Welcome back to Day Trade Like a Pro. We're looking here at the S&P 500. It is still Monday, April 19th. So here's the S&P 500. So to recap what we said from going back to Friday. Friday we said that things were uh, it came a little bit shy of our target up there at the 41.8750 is what we said kind of as a minimum up there, but really it's actually a bit more than that. And market came a bit shy of that on a push up on Friday, and then we said that ideally we wouldn't see any lower than 54 quarter today. And if we did, it was at least somewhat of a minor breakdown and would open the door up for back here to these well, we said this one was tested right here, and we said this one was probably we would see this one. So if you come and you look over here, what you'll see coming into the open, we said would really need to get up above this CP at 73 quarters and hold up above there. The high here was 71 half, so it probed this by 3 ticks, not really a real convincing break or something. So 3-tick probe up above here, and then sold off, and this initial push got to 54.75, and the buyers did step in there. So if you were paying attention to what we talked about this morning, there could have been a short opportunity here off of 70 area down to 55, let's call it 55. So that's 15 points, and then this bounce, and that got back from 54 to 64, so that bounced 10 points right there. And I have this blue line drawn in, and I have this lower one here. We'll talk about those in a second, but I talked about these as potential. We drew these in, I think it was on Friday. And you can see it bounced back to here. That's 62.75. It came back. So it came back through this by a couple of points, but couldn't even come back to the 68 quarter, which, not really great for the market moving. It makes me like a buy down lower for a move back up to here, but we didn't get quite low enough for what I was looking for on that. So we'll talk about that. Anyway, bounced back up to here. They front ran this lower one by 3 ticks. It was 47. It came to 47.75. And then from 47.75 it bounced all the way up to 61. And so pretty decent 14-point bounce on that one, and then came down here again. Again, I wanted to short this up here at 60. This is 63. We were trying to short 62.50. It only came to 61 quarters, so couldn't quite get back up to there. And then came down here. We had 47. It came to 46 quarters. So this time came through the other side by 3 ticks. Pretty nice bounce right there. That's a 10-point bounce off of there. Came back down, this time held to the tick, bounced from 47 back up to 57. So there's another 10-point bounce. So this actually provided a lot of opportunity here today. And then finally broke down below it and just no follow through. And then came right back up above and held over here. And that leads us into the Globex. So what were we looking for here? Well, we really wanted kind of on this move down here, we wanted to come down to, let's just call it 38.75, and even to the CP down here at 35 quarter, and we just didn't get that. So that kind of held things up a bit. At this point, we have this, probably, watch this 65 half, and that kind of merges up here to the 68 quarter. And then up above that, it really starts to open back up again. We've got key turns up here at 73. Prediction points are out for tomorrow, so if you are a subscriber of prediction points, you have those. And, we'll actually just jump over here and look. So we have these two CPs real close here together. So here's the 66 area. Overnight, though, I'd still keep an eye on that 68 quarter, 68 half. I'd still keep an eye on that area. Watch this 73, but things really start to open back up, and you can see that by looking at the chart here, the way prediction points are. 66 all the way up to 88 quarter. So, as has been the case the last 2 or 3 weeks, any kind of break, the market shakes it off, and you can see we had this down here. There's this 41.30 quarter. The market might want to come back and test this again, or maybe test up here. And so, there's still some opportunity that we could test this area again. Otherwise, things start to open up a bit for lower. So we'll talk about that in the morning when we come back. But what is interesting is right now we have kind of unfinished business down here, and we have unfinished business up from Friday, not getting quite up to the target. So the market's a bit mixed, and still some decent opportunities. This is a consolidation area. Wouldn't be surprised to see it just kind of consolidate around here for the next several hours, or at least the next few hours until some of the other sessions start to get open, and see if things start to pick up. But really, we're going to need to break up above this line that's coming up here. If we can break up above that, then that's going to actually give us some more room. And we really need to break it. We need to break it and hold up above it with strength. So we'll see if they're able to do that, and then we will kind of make our game plan and go from there. But for now, as long as they kind of hold in this area, then we'll be looking for at least one more attempt lower. But didn't have a whole lot of, I mean, it broke 54 quarter over here, which was a fairly significant level, and could not really get any real momentum or any real selling happening. So buyers have been pretty much in charge, and anytime it's broken down, it's pretty much just been able to shake that off and move on. So we will see how sometimes things are really clear and sometimes they're not as clear. And what we can do is, trade when it makes sense and when the best opportunities are there. You can put on more size, approaching the market like that. So a dynamic approach to it. So we'll see how things shake out here. And I will be back here in the morning, and we'll see you for the pre-market walkthrough in the morning. And thanks for tuning in today.